she'll be a prosecutor. Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor. For many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. When you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who are on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Facts. So, Senator Harris, let's check her track record right quick.
Senator Harris says she's proud of...
Well, you just seen what they said. What they said is she had locked up over 1,500 people for marijuana in the state of California, too. See what I'm saying? Why you didn't release them, Senator Harris? Hold on. Why you ain't free them, Senator Harris?
Well, listen.
You see what I'm saying? Why you ain't free them? You see what I'm saying? Because, Schwarzenegger, made it legal. You know what I'm saying? There. Marijuana. And I looked at her district. Well, in California where she, the mayor and the governor, and man, her shit fucked up. Dirty as hell. Dirty as hell. That just fast. She ain't black neither, and I'm gonna show you that. And so she is anti-reparations for black people. Why? Because she ain't black. Okay? She not no black woman. That's not no black woman. Now listen to what she say. I got the tickets, okay?
Again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty. So by default.
So she said no. She said she not. Don't make me play it again.
For black people. Well, listen. Again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty. So by default.
So no, cut the check. We don't want no tax credit cut and all that. They cut the check. You see what I'm saying? That we don't want to hear that. See? We don't want to hear that. They be trying to give our money to some schools that ain't even going to benefit us anyway, because they ain't teaching shit. They ain't teaching shit. That's just facts. Them motherfuckers is not teaching shit. So we going to check Sister Kamala's track record right here. Cause she in here. I got her in here. Hold on. I got her right here. Hold on, bro. Let me click out there. I just know don't matter, you know, who they put up here, they ain't gonna give black people nothing. Period. They not gonna give black people nothing. And we sit up here and fall for the same thing every time. Let me find this one I was looking for. I had shared it. I gotta find it real quick. And then because it don't matter. It don't matter who they put there. They ain't gonna black people ain't gonna get nothing out of it. So what you voting for, Negro? What you voting for? You sit up here voting for some shit that you ain't even gonna get no damn way. Nah, that ain't the one I was looking for. I gotta find the one I was looking for. I done brought y'all in on my Facebook. Hold on. Cause it's in here. I shared it earlier. And hold up, then look at this. And she dating a white man too. She dating a white man, man. Period. And so they saying this right here is George Soros' son. You see what I'm saying? Which that's the one they saying is holding all the BLM money and whatnot. But that ain't even the one I shared earlier. I got to find it real quick. Right quick. And then because it's showing all just like it was talking about all the people that she done got locked up in California. You see what I'm saying? Period. Not just with no weed shit. Just period. All them people she got locked up. Hold on, man. Where they joining it? Okay, it's coming up. There you go. Right there. Boom. And so, you know, she done got all these people locked up or whatnot. In California, it says Kamala Harris made her career by locking black people up in the Bay Area. Her track record is consistent with terrorizing black communities through the prison system industry. And she then became top cop of California. Her track record is consistent with rampant anti-blackness. So this sister, she not no sister. She an Indian. And they showed her family early. I showed her family early on my Facebook. I'll see if I can find it. And trust me, because this ain't going to be the last time we do a video of Senator Harris right here. But her track record ain't good when it comes to dealing with black people, yo. Period. She got a white husband. She dealing with George Soros now. So is she in on all this? See, this shit of politics is a game. And it's like charades and shit. And so they pretend to give the people something without really giving them nothing. So they promote her as black. When she don't have a black mentality. Period. She don't got no black mentality. She don't, because they tricked your ass by saying that her daddy was Jamaican. Her daddy ain't no Jamaican. That's just like you saying, a black person saying, I'm an American. Your ass ain't American, you African. And see, that's how they trick your ass. Because they'll say, some white people in South Africa is South African. You ain't South African. You white. You from Britain. So when they said her daddy was Jamaican, you thought they was talking about her daddy was going to be black. But in reality, her daddy is an Indian. Her mama is an Indian. Her daddy just was born in Jamaica. But just because you was born somewhere, that don't make you what you is. Fact. See? That just proved that right there, and that killed black people too in America. They be saying, oh, we American. No, the hell you ain't. Because when you say American, in general, that could mean Indian. That could mean Mexican. That could mean white people. That could mean black. That could mean anybody. So her daddy ain't no Jamaican. He a Jamaican, but he ain't no African. He ain't black. He a Indian. Okay? So this lady right here track record ain't good when it come to black people. And I'm going to get on old Jim Crow Joe too. Old Jim Crow Joe. Let me see if I can. Because I've been on this shit. And people just sitting up here acting like, you know, I seen black girl power. I done been seeing them say that. Like, she ain't black. She ain't black. I'm going to prove it to you too. I'm going to prove it to you too. Look how long. Let me pull y'all in my Facebook real quick. YouTube, I pull in YouTube and my Facebook real quick. But we gonna check out the track record of Miss Kamala Harris. Should I be sharing? See if I can find this shit I was sharing earlier. Cause it's not good. It just ain't good. Well, what I've been seeing. So that mean, you know, cause then I seen a sign in somebody's yard and shit. It said, anybody but Trump. So that mean, and it's a black person yard too. That mean, you know, just sign the paper just to get Trump out of office. Even though who you signing up for with old Jim Crow Joe, you ain't gonna get shit neither. Jim Crow Joe ain't gonna get us shit neither. That's just period. That shit probably way down there. But Jim Crow Joe ain't gonna give us shit either. That just period. We need to just wake up and stop sitting up here thinking everybody on our side and go some kind of way look out for us, because that's just not true. That's just not true. That's just not true. So
reparations for black people.
No reparations for black people.
Listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty. So by default.
She a snake. She a snake. She a snake. She a snake. Because she talk about 60% of families. No, 100% of black families. All black families is in disparity. So she's speaking on black issues when in reality she not black. And the media keep trying to insist on that she black, when clearly that she not. All right, family, got another video. Y'all like, subscribe, and share. Power.